Welcome to Meals in Moments, where I learn how to cook my guests' favourite dish and find out why they think it's so special.
Across the series, we'll be getting some great ideas from your favourite celebrities for simple and delicious meals that can be cooked up in minutes. Today's guest is an actor, TV presenter and adrenaline-fuelled adventurer. And with his best friend Ewan McGregor, has travelled across the world on motorbikes and by any means. It's Charlie Borman.
Well, I'm expecting great things from you because, of course, you've been probably to more exciting places than I could ever imagine. You are known as being an adventurer more than anything these days, I would guess, which must be a great way to earn a living, do something that you would do if you weren't being paid anyway.
Yeah, no, that's always good. And to do it on motorbikes as well.
Yeah.
Because, I've always been a big fan of motorbikes, and so combining it all together is kind of, it's fun. It is work, though. It's hard.
Looking for a London baking and pastry school to help launch your dream career? Emmanuel degree and diploma programs in the pastry arts can prepare you for many different professional routes, including bakeries, restaurants and hotels. Though located in Emmanuel, London, our nationally accredited institution by CO allows you to maximize your learning experience in small classes, mentored by field experienced chef educators. To register for the courses, please refer to the following site and call the numbers below.
Sweet Emmanuel. Online.
Thanks to Charlie's adventures, I'm in for an exotic foodie treat today, as Charlie's going to be cooking his take on a delicious yet simple Indonesian classic that combines chicken, prawns and rice. Nasi goreng.
Hot wok,
Yeah,
I guess,
we need
is
a
the
wok.
first thing that we need.
And I'm going to need to get the chicken chopped
Got
up.
a red board for you as well. For you.
That's great,
Little
of
chick
course.
as well, Charlie.
Always have that.
So how did you discover this then?
What, nasi goreng?
Yeah.
Well, we 2 years ago and last year I went through bits of Indonesia and kind of fell in love with Indonesia. I think Indonesia is one of the greats and just such lovely people. Real
I'm just
industrious.
randomly chopping it, Sonny. I'm assuming that that's
Chop up
fundamentally...
those and then we need to crush those a little bit and it's pretty easy this, you know.
Okay,
you just
fine.
slap it all in a professional way, obviously, as well.
Obviously.
We stayed in Bali in this friend's house and had the most fantastic time there, and ate a lot of nasi goreng, and it's lovely. And so I brought it back, and the kids love it, and it's a really easy thing to do. So you always have these little bits and pieces in the fridge, and you can get this stuff anywhere. It's dead easy. So anyway, so put those in, and then cook those.
Motorbikes are your massive passion.
Yeah.
So when did you start riding bikes?
When I was about 7 years old, I started riding bikes, and I grew up on a farm in Ireland, where my father still lives, and I loved it there. So anyway, you can put this paste in, and you can put as much or as little as you want. It's quite spicy. I don't know how spicy you like it.
I'm being a bit Chef Ponty here. I'm cutting the seeds
no,
out
it's
of the
nice, but it's
cucumber.
too watery otherwise.
Yeah.
I find. Is that why you do that? Or?
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then you can put as much or as little spring onions in as you want. It's nice to cook them, the onions, spring onions. I like it when your spring onions are cooked a little bit before you eat them, because otherwise they're too... I find them too strong sometimes, and I like them a little bit soft. And then just going to chuck in the... Hang on, make sure on my list. Here it is here. You're going to chuck in the prawns.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Of all the places you've been, you must have eaten some very bizarre things. What's the strangest thing you've eaten?
Oh, the most horrible thing was dog in Sulawesi. The thing is, if someone gave you this dish, it's quite a spicy dish, and said, look, it's a bit of pork, you'd probably just eat it.
Right.
It tastes a bit high. And you're sitting there, and you look at it, and you're about to take a mouthful, and I've got a little dog, Ziggy, and all I could think of was my little dog, it had... And then there was... But one of the nicest meals I ever had was a little bit of snake and squirrel, and it was in like a stew. Yeah, and it was really nice. And I suppose it's like anything, it's how it's cooked.
One of the most important things when stir-frying is to get the wok really, really hot. After heating the vegetable oil, Charlie adds the chopped chicken breast with some spicy curry paste, along with chopped spring onions and prawns. He keeps stirring the ingredients around so they cook evenly and don't stick and burn. Next, Charlie adds pre-cooked rice, a great shortcut.
I suppose you first came to a lot of people's minds when you did your trip with Ewan McGregor, who was a mate of yours. How did that friendship come about?
Oh, I'm an actor, really, and my father's a film director, and I made a whole bunch of films like Emerald Forest and Hope and Glory, Excalibur, and all sorts of different things. And in my younger years, I was
Can I stick a bit of water in there?
Yeah, you
I
betcha.
think it will just
Go for it.
soften that off a wee bit.
Yeah, good idea. Lovely. just get involved. You know, just chop that, okay?
Yes, boss.
This is my dish.
Yes, boss.
Okay.
Do you want stems
You
and
know,
leaves?
do I ring you up when you're on the TV and go, I think you should put no?
Yeah. So your friendship came from working on a film with you.
Yes, on a film with you.
So
on a film
how
called
did
The
that
Circus,
then
yes.
translate into suddenly deciding that you'd circumnavigate the globe, basically?
Well, it was just an excuse to ride motorbikes. I think you and I, after we met, we started chatting, and what we were originally going to do was just go down to Spain, have a holiday in Spain with the kids and stuff, and then come back. And somehow that ended up going around the world for 4 months and you know, meeting the kids and the wife in New York. And yeah, and you know, I think, I don't know, maybe the success of those shows is because it's two friends going off and having an adventure.
That was the other
together.
thing, wasn't it? Clearly you were mates. It
Yeah,
wasn't kind of
yeah.
two people thrown together and making a television series and
Yeah.
hope that there's some
Hope that
chemistry.
it
It
would
clearly
work.
was, you know, that there was a camaraderie there.
Yeah,
already.
and we had a fantastic time. So, they're going to need to fry the egg. So this is a great show for you. I do all the cooking, and it must be quite
Honestly,
a difference.
mate, it's absolutely
Is it?
fantastic. Does smell beautiful, actually. I mean, I'm
It
a big
does,
fan
yeah.
of all of these flavours. I think that Southeast Asia, if I were going to spend a time travelling,
Yeah.
from a food perspective, I think it would be the place I would go to.
There are places, aren't there? Like, so a lot of parts of Africa, it's quite limited, the food. In Indonesia, there's some lovely food. And can be very nice. Actually, we need just a little bit of soya sauce here.
Just ordinary or do you want to be
A
ordinary?
little bit of ordinary, and then if you've got it, the lovely sweet soya sauce.
If you don't have it, I think what you can do is almost have a tiny drizzle of honey into it.
So that's kind of pretty much done, really. So anyway, you pop it all on there, beautiful, like that.
Lovely.
So we'll just pop this little fried egg there, like that on this side. And then we'll get a little bit of nuts for a little bit of crunch. And a bit of coriander, just to go on top.
The smell of it's beautiful, isn't it?
I love
You
coriander, it's
start
my
to
favourite.
feel that coming out.
And squeeze a lime.
And what about your prawn crackers?
Oh,
What
prawn
you
crackers
doing?
on the side. There we go. Just a few there to add a little bit of crunch. The little shallots.
Adrenaline fueled. Lovely.
Yeah, and that will keep you going all afternoon long.
Fantastic.
So, for Charlie's quick and delicious nasi goreng, all you need to do is heat up some oil in a wok until very hot. Add the chopped chicken, curry paste, chopped spring onions and prawns, stirring all the time. Then add the pre-cooked rice and chopped cucumber, adding a little water if it gets too dry. Then pour in the soy sauces. Top off the nasi goreng with a fried egg and sprinkle with chopped peanuts, coriander, crispy shallots, squeeze over some lime juice and serve.
OK, let's go for it. It's delicious. There's somehow that weird thing where there seems to be so many different component parts, but you get the freshness of the cucumber, you get the lovely flavour of the paste. Those fried shallot flakes are fantastic, absolutely brilliant. The peanuts, of course, a little bit of lime.
I think it needs a little bit more paste, but, you know, when you're cooking for someone else, you know, it's always better to be slightly reserved. Because you can always get a little bottle of that lovely, you know, chilli sauce if you want a bit more.
I'm amazed, if I'm honest, how well the pre-cooked rice works in it.
Yeah.
I was a little bit sceptical about that, but because I thought, well, maybe it's going to be a little bit too dry, but it's absolutely perfect. This is absolutely fantastic. Charlie, thank you very much. Good luck with the next adventure. This is lovely. More chilli, cold beer.